Hi guys, welcome to the preview of racing on Tuesday at Hollywoodbets Kenilworth. Second race meeting in just 3 days. We've certainly been treated to some top quality action down here in Cape Town. Good to have you along for the preview of this 9-race program that gets underway at 12:25. For those that are going to be playing the free Hollywoodbet Punter Challenge, make sure your selections are on 5 minutes before the advertised starting time. And don't forget, very important, play the bet slip. First race on the program on Tuesday, maiden juvenile plate, where 9 runners will line up at the 1,000 metre mark. Starting form, I made it a race where one of 3 horses could possibly win it. Checking in on the antipos betting on Hollywoodbets.net, they pretty much have summed it up the same way. Number 3, Churchillian, 1.52 to 1, while the horse that I'm leaning towards has shortened from 2.5 into 1.67 to 1, and that's number 2, 3 Tigers. I do think this is a jockey strike with Andrew Fortune on board. This horse made a very, very good debut, and that was against winners. Was closing hand over fist in the closing stages. I do think has got a lot more to come as far as natural improvement is concerned. Howell Crawford and Michelle Ricks have been amongst the winners of late. In fact, they won the Ladies' Mile with Time for Love on Sunday. And while on the subject of congratulating feature race winners, well done to Team Crawford and Team Snaith for winning the Colts and Fillies Guineas at Hollywoodbets Gravel on Saturday. Getting back to the first race, I'm going 2, 3 Tigers to win the opener, ahead of number 3 Churchillian. For third, I'm going with number 5 Gold Gaboski, and fourth, number 7 Soriano. Second race on the program, first leg of the bipot. You need to be on by 1 o'clock. I thought a lot more open than what the bidding suggests, and this is an open maiden where 12 runners will face the starter at the 1,400 metre mark. You're probably going to need 4 horses to safely see you through the opening leg of the bipot. You need to include the likes of number 2 Thunder Down Under, who comes in with just 49 on the back. 5 Drickus would have come on with the benefit of that last one, currently priced up at 5 to 1 in the betting. And then you get the 2 dead heaters, number 8 Senor Dante and 9 Ocean Sky. They dead heated when they met last time out, and I'm going with the one that's got the little bit more experience than the other, and that's number 9 Ocean Sky. I do think that this horse is coming along the right way, will enjoy the step up to 1,400, and any amount of natural improvement can be expected third run at the races. So I'm going 9 Ocean Sky to win it, ahead of 5 Drickus. For third, I'm going with number 8 Senor Dante, and fourth, number 2 Thunder Down Under. Third race is the first leg of the place accumulator. You need to be on by 13:35. 10 runners will line up for the third race on the card. 3.03 to 1 is what the betting suggests on Hollywoodbets.net. The likes of 1 Wild Applause, 9 Octilio, they priced up at 3.03 to 1. It's 4.55 to 1 number 5 Future Prospect, 5 to 1 number 10 Supreme Fate. I'm leaning towards number 1 Wild Applause as my first choice. I'm going with a horse that has got consistent recent form. Now, this horse lost 3 lengths coming out of the gates last time out. I went and watched the replay and was really running on very strongly in the closing stages. A repeat of the closing stages of that last run will put this horse right where he needs to be in the run to the wire. Going back over 1,400 metres, and I do think if jumping on terms, Muzieni just needs to place him in the correct position, set him aligned where it matters most, and I do think he's the one to beat. So I'm going 1 Wild Applause to win it, from 10 Supreme Fate. For third, I'm going 9 Octilio, and fourth, number 5 Future Prospect. That takes us on to the opening leg of the Pick 6, race 4 on the card, and you need to be on by 14:10. It's a C Stakes where 10 runners will line up at the 1,600 metre mark. And you know, a case here also can be made for quite a few. The likes of number 1 Water Dragon, currently at 3.03 to 1 in the betting, having his peak run. Number 2 Unicorn Alert, blinkers refitted, currently at 4 to 1. Number 6 Land of the Rising Sun, currently 4.5 to 1. Easy course and distance winner last time out. Back from a break is number 8 To a Penny, currently 3.33 to 1, but I'm going with number 3 Red Dawn, who is currently priced up 7.14. Yes, I'm going for the value in the opening leg of the Pick 6. Now that was a bit of a below par performance last time out, but that form line has held up well. The horse that finished second that day was a horse called Quite a King. The horse that finished fourth in that race was a horse called 006. They've both come out and subsequently won since then to give that form line a double boost. I do think that this horse will be doing his best work late. So, to me, despite carrying 64 from a good stall of 3, will be right there where it matters most. So I'm going 3 Red Dawn to win race 4, ahead of 2 Unicorn Alert. For third, I'm going with number 8 To a Penny, and fourth, number 6 Land of the Rising Sun. Takes us on to race number 5, which is a Class 3, benchmark 96 to be run over 1,600 metres. And here I'm going with the favourite, number 1 Pinot Grigio, from an opening call of 2 to 1 is now 2.26 to 1, despite the fact that 3 Diamond Rock is 2 kilos better off at the weights with Pinot Grigio, but that was for a 1.75 length beating. Can't see Diamond Rock reversing the form. Pinot Grigio comes in with just 52 kilos on the back, jumps from pole position, is a model of consistency and should have finished a lot closer last time out. It hung over the last 400 metres, but was also running on very nicely in the closing stages of that race. If you look at the form, you'll see that he was third in his only attempt over the course and distance. He's having his second run after rest, so he should strip much fitter. So I'm going 1 Pinot Grigio to win it, ahead of 3 Diamond Rock. For third, I'm going with number 7 10 Penny, and fourth, number 4 Aspect. That takes us on to race 6. It's a D Stakes, where 9 runners will face the starter at the 1,600 metre mark. And here we have a form line that we're going to be putting to the test. The one that we have a situation won last time out, because there are a couple of them that are renewing rivalry with We Have a Situation. Number 1, Beer with the Boys, is now 2.5 kilos better off at the weights. With number 8, We Have a Situation, that was for a 1.25 length beating, which means Beer with the Boys should reverse the form. Number 2, Midway, 2.5 kilos better off with 8 We Have a Situation for a 1.45 length beating, which means also should be able to turn the tables. I do think We Have a Situation is still on the up. Andrew Fortune rode an absolute cracker last time out. That was an eye-catching win. He retains the ride, but I do think he's got a little bit more to do this time round. So I'm going 1 Beer with the Boys to win it, ahead of 2 Midway, 8 We Have a Situation, and 9 Golden Angel. Race 7 on the programme is a Class 5, a race for fillies and mares, benchmark 66. This race to be run over 1,400 metres. And I was umming and eyeing exactly who to go with, because number 10, Beach Queen, is currently at 1.52 to 1. I do think can go one better, while number 7, St. Bridget, is currently priced up at 3.57. I like number 1, Dream Searcher. Now this horse stayed on very nicely last time out. The horse that finished third that day was a horse called Isquero, who subsequently come out and franked that form line. Now this is the kind of horse that needs to be held up till the right point in time and then gets set alight. Now Craig Bantam does know him well, and he needs to just be given that little bit more extra time till the point where he can be let loose, and then he'll be doing his absolute best in the run to the wire. I do think Craig Bantam will time it to perfection, so I'm going 1 Dream Searcher ahead of number 10 Beach Queen. For third, I'm going 7 St. Bridget, and fourth to number 5 Fly to Rio. That takes us on to the 8th race, the penultimate race on the programme. It's an A Stakes to be run over 1,400 metres, and this is where I think we've got the best bet on the card, and I'm looking no further than number 5 Let It Be Said. This horse has got good consistent form, currently 0.83 to 1 in the betting. This horse over-raced a bit last time out. He's got Richard Free in the saddle for the Justin Snaith Yard. He finished second in the Variety Club last time out behind Garrix, and we saw Garrix even though under pressure in the run to the wire, come out and frank that form line on Sunday. He's ideally course and distance suited. I'm not looking any further than number 5, Let It Be Said, to beat number 1, Gallic Dream. For third, I'm going with number 2, Seeking the Stars. And fourth, I'm going with number 4, Sugar Mountain. That takes us on to the last race on the card. It's a Class 4 benchmark 80 to be run over 1,200 metres. And here I'm going for a bit of value in the last race. Can't get hurt. 5-1 is the price of the horse I'm going for, and that's number 13, Jet Force. I thought this horse ran an exceptionally good post-maiden run after winning first time out, cracking that maiden, ran third next time out. This is the kind of horse that's still on the up, the kind of horse that I would go for. Despite being slow away, he runs on very strongly in the closing stages. I'm expecting any amount of further natural progress still to come. The stable's in good form. Des McLaughlin, Morne Vanar to close the meeting with number 13, Jet Force, ahead of number 12, Crowned Hornbill. For third, I'm going with number 14, Paroshka, and fourth, number 10, Escarpment. And that takes care of our preview of racing for Hollywoodbets Kenilworth on Tuesday afternoon. I trust you'll find the winners. Till next time, from you, Rouvaun, you take care. Cheers for now.